Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're listening to this podcast. This is Gucci Turban. I'm your host, Nimesh Patel, with other host, Mr. Turban himself, a.k.a. Gucci Flex, a.k.a. Jamboy Extraordinaire, a.k.a. Doesn't Smile. I'm
smiling right now.
Mr. Asif, Gucci Turban.
I'm smiling right now.
Knicks won, that's why you're smiling. What a miserable game. I mean, it was awesome. Game 6 was awesome in that they won, but when they're up 40, everyone's like looking at each other like, it's bad to leave, right? We can't leave yet.
Yeah, because it's the first time they went to the Eastern Conference Finals
in like 25 years.
Yep.
Everyone's looking at each other to leave because 7th Avenue gets mobbed by the wildest people.
Side talk for,
Everyone's bing bong.
Everybody's
floating on. I saw people crowd surfing.
Yeah, on the barricade.
And the cops were taking videos of how crazy it was. Man, I would have, if I was a Celtic fan and I had my jersey on, I would have not left the Garden for like 3 hours.
You crotch that thing.
What's that?
Crotch it.
Oh,
just put it under in your pants.
No, you could smell the green. Like those fans were looking for blood, dude.
They were just looking for any redhead in the crowd.
Anybody. Yeah, look at this. It's nuts. It was absolutely insane. I went, but luckily, like, we left from the 31st Street side, because if you exit, this guy's going to get tossed. Oh, okay. It was a crazy turn of events.
I haven't really seen this much hype for the Knicks in my life.
Yeah, no.
Because even 25 years ago when they went, people weren't mobbing 7th Avenue, you know?
Apparently there's a lot more chill 25 years ago.
Yeah. It's unlike like Boston and Philly where they'll destroy their city at any era.
This is... Timothy Chalamet is a lunatic for even leaning out of his car. Does he not understand they'll rip his hair
They're
off?
trying to pull him out.
They want his blood, bro.
It's on 8th Avenue, yeah.
Yeah, that's 8th Avenue.
Well, Chalamet, super fan, Ben Stiller, Jon Stewart.
Yep.
They were all there.
Yeah, they all like left through the secret tunnel that they have for us. I don't know, there's a secret tunnel.
There's definitely a secret
of course
tunnel.
there is. I mean,
there's that VIP exit that we've exited out of, and they closed 31st Street off, except unless you have like a car waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's where everyone exited. I exited through the VIP South exit where there was like not anybody, and they'd clear that shit off, because the alternative was to go out the front into the mob. And I was like, we're not doing that. If I was alone, I probably would have done it, but I was with my friends, and he was like, I can't do that. I'm like, okay. Because it would have just...
I mean, even if I was alone, you don't even know when you'll be able to get out. You'll just be trapped.
No, you don't. No, you could. It was easy to walk through everybody.
Rita was there too.
Bad Bunny was there. Timmy was there. All the Knicks were there. I didn't see Mello, though, but he might have just been...
What did it say? Chalamet, a.k.a. Bing Bong? That's what they're calling him now?
I don't know.
And Stephen A. Smith, dude, he's the fucking worst. Stephen A. Smith really is the only, like, downside to the Knicks doing well, is you have to deal with him.
Why? Is he a Knicks fan?
Yeah, and he's just a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is a piece of shit. Someone burning a Boston flag? What was that?
Yep, they were Celtics.
That's hilarious.
Oh no, it's a jacket, I think. Or is it a flag?
That's hilarious.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I wonder how, like...
Accidental Renaissance.
The
photo.
hatred for Boston is so strong. But I'm trying to think, like, you know, the not pessimist is not the right word, but what's the term for someone who, when something good happens, they expect something bad to happen? It's not pessimist. It's not pessimist. There's a term for it, but I don't know what it is. But
a Debbie Downer.
No, it's not even that. It's like you just wait for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what's going to happen in New York now that the Knicks are up into the Eastern Conference Finals? Like, what happened in 1999 when the Knicks went to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing. It was really chill.
Okay, now that we're back from the Patreon, because what I just said can't be on the internet at large. Speaking of conspiracy theories, let's just go into the biggest story that people aren't paying attention to. UnitedHealthcare being investigated for Medicare fraud.
And the Republicans are cutting Medicare, Medicaid.
I think they're all tied together. Like the DOJ is launching an investigation into Medicare so they can justify, into UNH so they can justify and identify all the fraud that's rampant within the system and then be like, you know what? Let's gut it all. But I do agree that UNH is probably committing Medicare fraud of some kind. All insurance companies are evil. But if you want to take another conspiracy theory leap, remember when, what's his name, Brian Johnson, the CEO, got murdered of UnitedHealthcare?
Was that
like he was a sub-CEO.
the guy that Luigi got?
Yeah, the guy that Luigi allegedly got.
Allegedly.
He was allegedly going to, he had a bunch of documents that was going to expose some giant fraud at UnitedHealthcare.
He was the whistleblower?
Yeah, he was allegedly.
Oh my God.
He was allegedly, I remember hearing this as a conspiracy theory when it happened.
Oh, they still got his LinkedIn up?
Brian Thompson,
there it is.
That's not Luigi.
That's not Luigi. That's not Luigi at all, dude.
Look at that's not Luigi. I never understood. That's definitely not him.
That's definitely not him.
it's hard because his eyebrows are hidden.
No, but that's not him.
Look at his,
look at his nose,
mouth
bro.
and nose.
But it's bad quality, man.
No, that's good quality, dude. That's good enough quality.
They could easily get the Starbucks barista that got rizzed, right? And be like, who rizzed you? Was it this man?
Right.
Was it this little sexy Italian or this sexy Italian?
Right.
And she would know.
That's not him, bro.
I mean, clean shaven.
That's not him.
That's not him. I never believed it was the same guy. Sorry, anyway, Brian Thompson was going to whistleblow his own shit.
Apparently, yeah.
And then he gets
Thompson.
Brian Thompson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently. I remember hearing that conspiracy theory. But yeah, that makes sense.
I heard that too.
Yeah, but so I know that the average fraud, right, is mostly doctors and pharmacists who like upcode insurance. Like they just bill you for shit you don't need, or they give you
you see, that's fraud, but it's not fraud because the insurance companies are very apt to be like, you know what? None of this makes any sense.
They just deny the claim.
They just deny that shit.
So how is UnitedHealthcare defrauding? They're telling the government that they did X amount of Medicare claims and they didn't. That has to be the only way.
Yeah. Let's look into it.
I want to break this wide open.
People comment, guys, you could do a little more research before you talk shit.
Nope.
It's like, fuck you. First of all, I ain't doing shit.
You can listen to the Daily. You can listen to Ezra Klein. You can listen to the fucking NPR.
Yeah.
You can listen to Planet Money and or you could read a fucking book.
Yeah.
All right.
Newspapers.com.
Yeah, newspapers. Readabook.com. Amazon Kindle that shit.
You are here because we do no homework whatsoever. And
Show up.
It's called misinformation.
It's not even misinformation because we don't pretend to know shit.
Right, you're right.
We're on the journey of discovery with you.
Yeah, if we feel like it.
Yeah, if we feel like it. Like right now, we're gonna fucking break this shit wide open.
We'll skim it. We probably won't be right. There you go. This is from the AI summary of the article.
Gemini.
Examples. Examples.
This ain't right at all.
Examples of alleged practices. One report cited by the WSJ, Wall Street Journal, mentioned that UnitedHealthcare added diagnosis to patients' records for conditions that were not actually treated, leading to increased federal payments. So they're just doing the same shit that doctors do to them.
Yeah.
And then
to the government.
Upstream. Yeah, that's all it is.
That's a bold move, UnitedHealthcare.
Yeah, but they're like, they know that the federal government's not paying attention.
Well, a lot of these, like even like Goldman Sachs too, they just got caught with some really complex financial fraud that they do, and they just pay the fine.
You just pay the fine, slap on the wrist.
So it's part of their business model.
When I worked at Sam B and I did like a healthcare piece on it on Sam B. We were looking at how doctors bill insurance companies.
Yeah.
And how they determine the price for something. And what they do is they'll just send say you get like a heart surgery or something for like just easy example. They'll just bill insurance a huge number.
Yeah.
And insurance will come back being like, no, it's actually, we'll pay you this much. And that's it. That's how they set the prices. It's not like we think this is what the fair. They're just trying to
rent seeking.
They're just trying to game whatever the UnitedHealthcare will pay maximum, and if they deny it, they'll come back a little lower. And they're like, oh, okay, so this is the price, what it's going to be. That's all it is. There's never like a set rate for it.
So like insulin's only $1 bazillion because
some insurance companies are willing to pay that much for. That's all it is. So anyway, healthcare is fucked, and hopefully, I would appreciate this investigation more if it were not being done by Donald Trump, who is definitely not doing it for reasons of
his admin,
benefiting society. This is to end up cutting Medicare.
Yep.
As evidence that Medicare fraud occurs. Therefore, all Medicare is bad. Therefore, we should gut it and start it all over.
Instead of reforming it. But a lot of people who his supporters, that's their entire worldview is we can't fix it. We should just end shit.
Yeah.
So they're super happy about this.
Right.
All these people that are going to lose their Medicaid.
Well, I'm happy that UnitedHealthcare is being investigated for fraud. If anyone's going to be destroyed because of it, it should be UnitedHealthcare. Did you see that there was a TikTok video of some doctor trying to call UnitedHealthcare to get a surgery approved for a patient? And when you're a doctor and you call a healthcare company to approve or deny to approve a procedure, you have to talk to another doctor. The person at the other end of the line on the UnitedHealthcare would not reveal their name, would not reveal anything, and they would not say like why the procedure couldn't be approved, even though the doctor was.
They call into a call center?
You call into a call center, and it's called peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
You talk to another MD.
But it's usually another doctor, but this time, they got someone in India or the
They
Philippines?
they wouldn't reveal who they were.
You can't tell from the accent? Hello, hello. This is Gary Richardson.
That's a very funny comedian's name. Gary Richardson, right? Former writer or current writer for SNL. I'm not sure what he's always.
He's also my Chase call center guy from Skokie, Illinois.
I think it might have been this lady.
Yeah, I think this. I just looked up what you just said. I think it's this lady. If you
It's this lady, but it wasn't this call.
Well, she's had multiple. Then this is just saying UnitedHealthcare denied like an overnight stay for her patient.
Yeah,
and I think this is the letter.
Yeah, I mean, UnitedHealthcare is a bunch of scumbags. But what was I going to say? I was going to go on a tangent. I almost got scammed. I told you.
Wait, what? How'd you get?
And this hurts my heart to say.
Oh, no.
For two reasons. One, because I almost got. Two, so I got an email saying, hey, I represent so-and-so for this podcast that we're doing. It's a live show. We offer a $2,000 honorarium. We'd love to have you on next week. I was like, okay, cool. And like, it looked like sometimes podcasts have like a Gmail associated with them. Like
yeah.
And I was like, okay. And it was someone I had worked with before, like the person who they were booking for. So I was like, okay, sure. And then I thought their email signature was a little fishy, but I was also like, I don't want to click anything. I'm not going to research this any further. It seemed like there was no spelling errors in the thing. Seemed legit. And their name was Lucas Henry, which should have been red flag number one. Because that is fucking...
That's a fake name.
That's a fake name if I ever heard one. But I said yeah. I said yeah.
There are a lot of people with two first names.
I said yes right away. I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, okay, sure. Maybe they want to have me on. And then what further legitimized it was that most big podcasts, a lot of big podcasts, will want to do a pre-production call.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sure. Red flag number two should have been that they were willing to pay because podcasts don't pay. Mm-hmm. But they framed this as like a live episode. So I was like, okay, maybe it's something a little different. Mm-hmm. Pre-production call. They set it for like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. on a Monday, and it's a Zoom link. I click the Zoom link, and it's a real Zoom link. Like, it opens my Zoom. I'm like, okay, cool. And I get on, and the guy doesn't have his camera on, and it just says podcast as like the image. And I'm talking to him, and I start talking. I'm like, and he's like, hello. I was like, oh no, bro. Oh man, what? And then I was like, then I was immediately suspicious. Like, what's your name? He's like, Lucas Henry. I was like, fuck. And I was like,
you just start speaking Hindi to him. You're like, huh?
And I was like, where are you based? He's like, New York. And I was like, all right. So how did you hear? How did you hear me? He's like, I was like, how did this person hear me? Like, how did they come across? Like, why did they decide to book me? And they're like, oh, well, you have 400,000 followers on Facebook, and someone sent them your message, your profile, and they liked you. So here we are. I was like, in my head, I'm like, damn, I got. In my head, I was like, damn, I got because there was no way I worked with this person before. You know what I mean? Like, I was
who they were.
You know the real Lucas?
No.
Like, I know the real the podcast that they were representing. I know that person. There's no way that they would have that would have been the response.
Yeah.
It would have been like, oh, you worked with them before. They're like, they want to have you on. Like, let's talk about your career and all that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, they came across your profile and we liked you. So here we are. I was like,
how many iTunes gift cards did you give him?
bro? And then he was like, then he was like trying to lead me to like a Facebook page to set up a live event. And he was like, you have to check your live events to see if you got the invitation. I was like, no, I didn't get any invitation. He's like, oh, you want to share your screen? I was like, that's not happening. And I was like, so where the fuck is this event? And it was like, oh, let me talk to them, and they will we'll send you the link in the next few hours. And I was like, all right, you do that. Hey, Lucas, you want to turn your camera on right now? He's like, no, I can't do that right now. Okay, bye. And that was it.
You got to get him with the weather. Be like, oh, the weather's so good right now.
And then I was just so.
Wait, so you stayed on longer?
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to be like, you piece of shit. I felt so bad for myself. I was like, but like, I still confuses me as to what
was the scam?
What's the scam?
Because like in my head, I would be like the Zoom link.
The Zoom link could be malware,
but the Zoom link, but it opened Zoom.
It could still be.
They could still spoof it. They could fuck with you.
Yeah, but like it didn't feel like anything was going on. My computer's fine. I did a malware scan.
They're watching us right now.
They're just like over my computer.
Yeah, but like on my computer, all my credit cards are fine.
I mean, it could have been kids trying to prank you.
No. The way he was running it sounds like it's just like one of those centers in India. Definitely.
Yeah, but I don't get it.
I don't know what the scam is here, though.
I mean, the scam is always iTunes or Amazon gift cards.
But how? To what?
For what?
That's how they get. It's an easy way for them to finesse people.
How do you get from we want to book you on the podcast to give us iTunes gift cards?
I don't know. I mean, they're creative. They would have been like, I don't know.
What would like?
In order for you to get it on this podcast, you have to send us.
No, they were offering me money.
Yeah.
And it was like
they probably would have been like, give us your bank account information. We'll wire you the money. And that would have been the scam. That's how they would have got you. And then they'd have your bank info.
It would have been crafty.
Yeah. They would have got your bank info and then you're fucked.
Right.
Because then they have you they have your IP, they have a lot of shit about you. They would have got you.
It was a wild.
Is this what the email you got?
Yeah, exactly like this.
Doug Stanhope got this?
What is it? What are you on right now? What is this?
This is I just Googled.
Oh, I'm gonna put my shit up on there.
Yeah.
So this is an R. Doug Stanhope. They tried to get him too.
I just looked up.
I guess it's a scam for comedians. They're trying to get comics to give us their man. these call centers in India are getting advanced.
I'm gonna have to send this to the person that they're spoofing.
Oh, definitely, you should. My follow up was gonna be, did you ask the person about?
No, I don't give a shit. It was Sam B. It came from Sam B's podcast.
Oh.
And I was like,
I'm
okay,
sure it's really easy because every celebrity's email is like, it's like Paul Rudd at iCloud.com. You know what I mean? You could just fucking.
But it was like booking management
Yeah.
dot sambpodcast at gmail.com. And I was like, okay, that's sometimes just how it is. And I was like, all right. And then I messaged I messaged Mateo and I was like, bro, did you ever do this podcast? I mean, did they pay you to do this podcast? And he's like, no, I don't think so. I was like, you did it though? He's like, yeah. I was like, was a booker really weird? He's like, I don't know. I booked it through my publicist. I was like, okay, definitely a scam. And I was like, huh, like these scammers are getting advanced.
They got all this time on their hands
to message a comedian with a very, hold on, I'll just read you you.
Yeah, they use ChatGPT to spit it out.
They were like sucking my dick, dude. I was like,
yeah, they used to.
I was like, damn, Sam B wants me back on our podcast. Man, I've come really far. I was let go from that show. I was fired from that show. Damn, Sam, man, yeah, I'm fucking crushing this shit, dude. I'm crushing the game. Sam B wants me back to talk about my
stroking your ego.
They hit a nerve.
They really hit a nerve.
I felt good, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
These scammers.
Here it is. Subject: exclusive invite. Join Samantha Bee for a virtual spotlight on comedy and cultural commentary. And this is also what I should have known right away, that this was a scam. Guess what the opening salutation was?
Dear
respected Nimesh.
Oh, come on,
Bro, come on, man. Come on, dude. Just give this guy an iTunes Amazon gift card for it. I think Lucas Henry, I think you deserve the $50 that you were after.
Fucking guy, bro. Fucking guy, dude. I trust you're having a good week. My name is Lucas, and I coordinate for guest features for Choice Words with Samby, a paid virtual podcast presented in both audio and video format. Samantha truly values the sharp wit and fearless honesty you bring to the stage. This is written by ChatGPT, dude.
Yeah.
Your ability to tackle layered topics with humor and clarity offers exactly the kind of thoughtful, boundary-pushing perspective our audience connects.
100%
and I do push boundaries.
Yeah. I am edgy, and I am insightful,
and I am respected.
It's just...
Listen, if you're
I would immediately yell at my wife, you see, honey, I am respected.
Put this on. This has to go up on our. We'll collab this.
Okay.
Comedians, if you're out there, and Lucas Henry emails you from Sam B's podcast, Sam B will tag Sam B in this. Listen, Sam, I know we parted ways and not such a good way, but there's some guy, Lucas Henry. He's definitely Indian. My bad. Out there scamming motherfuckers, or trying to scam somebody. I almost got. And that's when I knew it was when I confirmed it was a scam. I should have known right away, but confirmed it was a scam was that they were like, oh, they liked we sent it to Sam and they liked it, your profile. I was like, all right, Sam definitely did not like this profile. There's no way Sam B, whose show I got fired from, would write respected Nimesh.
Who even starts...
Lucas Henry, that's who. All right. Lucas Henry does that shit.
If someone wrote me an email, respected, I'd be like, what is this, Game of Thrones? Get the fuck out of here. What is this shit?
I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was cool.
You were like, yes, this is very regal. I like this.
I sat up in my chair. I am respected. I should sit straight.
Yes.
Fucking Christ, bro. Anyway.
Oh, man.
How do we...
I don't know. We got
scams. The call center, the peer-to-peer, when the UnitedHealthcare doctor called their doctor, they call a call center. It's another doctor though. And they're like, nah, fuck you. Fuck your patient. Fuck you. Fuck your patient. We don't give a shit. Click. That's how UnitedHealthcare operates. I hope they get gutted. But Medicare might end because of it.
Well, the red states are going to get hit the hardest. Mm-hmm. So, good job with that.
Oh, we didn't do any dad jokes. Let's do the dad jokes real quick. All right, let's do some dad jokes. We'll do like 2 because we got a lot to talk about. Again, we're reading from Exceptionally Bad Dad Jokes. This is the last time we'll be reading from these because a lot of them are exceptionally bad. Yeah, we were hanging out the other night, and my friend was like, "Yo, man, sing Oasis's Wonderwall to me." I said, "Maybe." That's bad. All right, fine. I didn't sing it on tune. Whatever, man. Fuck you guys. I got scammed. All right.
What was this?
I'm having a bad
I'm out
week.
30 iTunes gift cards, you sons of bitches.
I'm trying to claw out this
bleeding.
hole. I'm trying to claw out this hole Lucas Henry dug in my wallet. I wrote a song about tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's more of a rap.
That's all I got.
Oh, man, it's funny. Come on, man. I don't get that. I went to this restaurant last night. They served all kinds of food. I'm bailing on this one. I can't salvage it.
It's a mid-joke bail.
Yeah.
Just do that on stage. Yeah. Just do a setup and go, no.
What do you mean?
We're doing something else now.
I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
Like, so I was walking down the street and, you know what? No, we're doing something else.
I said, no, this is stupid. This is dumb. Honestly, I'm going to work out today, and honestly, I don't mind a leg day at the gym. It's the 2 days after that I can't stand.
Oh, no, that was bad.
Come on.
That was bad.
Well, fuck you guys, man. I don't need this shit.
And usually, if you don't get Sarthik, that's when you know.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Out.
I am respected, Nimesh.
I am respected.
God damn, bro. What do you call a herd of sheep falling down a hill? A landslide. I'm sorry. Dude, we were like 0 for 4 for
Patreon one.
We're 0 for 4 for dad jokes today.
We got some Patreon ones.
Let's go to Patreon real quick. Hey guys, this is Emily Radikowski from my alt account. Sick. I smell a Lucas Henry.
I think we did.
Huge fan
We
of
did that one, I think.
Oh, we did that? Oh.
I think it's these ones.
These.
Oh,
JT
yeah.
Pelican.
Oh man, I was hoping Emma Radikowski wrote in again. JT Pelican. What is your avatar? Is that Bruce Willis from Die Hard? Or like a bloated
Oh, it is Bruce Wilson.
DEIR.
It says JD Vance. It's a JD Vance.
Oh, it's JD Vance in
DEI hard.
Nice. Nice, JT.
JT.
Oh, and they made his face fat too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
People really
It's
fuck with that.
like JD Vance memes. I've seen
Yeah.
those.
That's pretty funny.
Cherubic JT.
All right, JT Pelican writes, we all know about Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard about Cole's Law? It's thinly sliced cabbage.
That's good.
That's good. I like
That's
that. I like that one. When does a joke become a dad joke when it becomes apparent? That's in that book. We read that one already. Another one from JT Pelican. What instrument is found in the bathroom? A tube of toothpaste. Kids that won't nap are guilty of resisting arrest. Okay.
You're not even. You gotta deliver, man. You're doing JT dirty right now. You gotta be like.
I'm reading it like you. There's a fine line between the numerator and the denominator. Denominator,
bro.
JT, I'm sorry. Thank you, because you're the MVP of Patreon dad joke submissions right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I mean,
we have failed
he's
you.
batting 300. Not bad. 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a $700 million contract in the MLB.
Mm-hmm. Too bad you're not Juan Soto. I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. That's about as good as you could deliver that one.
That one's kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, thank you, JT Pelican, for bringing some much needed mirth into this podcast in which I'm reflecting on all the Lucas Henrys of my life. Man, you know what was crazy is like when I realized they were trying to get me, I didn't immediately go ape shit on the guy. I was just like, and I could hear him typing. And I was like, what's he doing? What are you typing, Lucas?
He's typing that email to the other comic he's going to scan.
And I messaged them back. You told me not to.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, don't do it.
I messaged him back like, hey, man, so when is this happening? And I wanted to keep
Did he come back?
No. I wanted to keep him engaged. I reported it for phishing and as spam, you know. But I have to put that out into the world. I'll send you the email, Sarthik, so you can like add it to the post or whatever.
Oh my! Wow, we got a couple DMs.
Oh wait, no, there's something else I want to talk about. I'm doing the Patrice O'Neill benefit tomorrow with Bill Burr and a bunch of other big ass comics.
Oh yeah, that's at Bell House.
No, it's at Sony
Theater.
No, it's some. Just Google it right now.
That's a big show. That's
it's a big show. Yeah,
Annual
Patrice
O'Neill,
Benefit.
who's
Is it on your?
one of the
just Google,
greatest comics ever for you Gen Z.
Yeah. Patrice O'Neill's arguably the greatest comedian of all time. So my friend Munnan went to the Bill Burr, Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross show. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's probably the first mention of Patels in cinema, in American cinema.
The Pacino scene.
Yeah, but the Pacino scene, where he goes, Patel, money in a mattress. He's like insults Patels for being cheap. So Munnan went to the Glenn Ross show, and as he was, Bill Burr came out to like sign autographs and stuff, and my friend Munnan was like, "Actually, I'm a Patel," and everyone started laughing. And then Bill Burr was like, "Actually, Nimesh Patel, I'm working with him on Sunday." That felt pretty good.
That's lit. It just says,
he that's how he ties those two things together. The Patel, and that, and me.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel like Bill Burr wouldn't know any other Patels.
Which
There
is
aren't that
crazy.
many Patels in Hollywood.
there aren't really
People don't really mix, man. You know?
Yeah,
But like
People of the races don't really like hang out with each other.
Bill Burr's an observant guy. So like,
his blind spot is like Asians.
is it?
He never talks about Asians.
really
He does.
When?
must.
He has to have.
I feel like his wheelhouse is not Asia. A lot of comics don't. A lot of like the cultural commentary doesn't really go towards us and our shit.
Have we done this podcast since I came back from Miami? No, we did, right?
Yeah, we did.
We did, yeah.
Last
Yeah.
episode we did.
So I told you about the guy wearing a fuck Hamas shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that was on Patreon, but yeah.
It was on Patreon? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm doing a whole bit about it now, so it's great. I'm gonna do the bit tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. It's the third time I'm talking about it on stage, at least. Yeah, it's at some theater, 131 West 55th Street.
It's probably sold out, so this is information.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not
it's sold
helpful
out.
to
Yeah,
anybody.
I mean, it already happened by the time this comes out.
Yeah. I'm just talking about it because it felt good.
That's pretty fucking sick.
The Patel thing. That's a sec. I remember someone sent me a link to his podcast when he was talking about the Patrice show, and he again referenced that scene when he talked about when he said my name. So now I feel compelled to A, watch the movie again, and B, just do a whole bit on Patels so that he understands where we're from and what we're about.
And how not cheap you are.
Yes, exactly.
You got to fight the stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
What is this? That's a drone, bro. What are you talking about?
Carrying what?
Another drone.
I feel like I see the string from the balloon
By
that's
the time
above
I could
it.
get my big lens out, it went behind the building. I was pretty sad because I wanted to get it in more detail.
That's a drone carrying another drone. It's like clearly a drone.
Why do people want the aliens to exist? And by now, all these aliens, let's say they're real, all they've done is hang these stupid fucking things, right? Above military bases. And I'm like, these are the aliens you want to meet? Let's say it's real. I don't want to meet this fucking alien.
Yeah, no, it's that's not an alien, bro. That's a drone.
Yeah, they're all drones and they're all fucking spying on each other.
Yeah, that's all that is. Sorry, Sarthik, to burst your bubble here.
I just want them to.
What is 131 North 55th Street?
I don't know.
Oh,
We're
it's
going
because you
all over the
Googled
place.
the
Oh,
other
this-
address. It's because you Googled that other address, the 131 West 55th Street,
Oh,
and it automatically took you to Seattle. Mm-hmm. I think it's called the Civic Theater or the City Theater, City Center Theater, something like that. But either way, I'm excited for it. Bill Burr's, I've never worked with him, so I'm excited to work with him. Yeah, New York
Yeah.
City Center.
it's a good lineup too.
Look at that.
Great.
Who's on the show?
Rosebud?
Rosebud, Greer, DC Benny, Tim Dillon, Sean Patton, Voss,
Good lineup.
and Bill Burr himself. Who is the master of ceremonies? Is it Voss? It's probably Rich Voss. He's not going to like my
Welcome us.
Israel-Palestine stuff.
Why?
I think he's pretty pro-Israel.
But he's a comic. Doesn't he love free speech?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what he has to say.
Isn't it just jokes?
What?
Isn't it all just jokes?
Yeah, we'll see.
It's funny how that goes back and forth with that shit. Sometimes it's just free speech and jokes. Other times,
Everyone's-
no, bro, you
ev-
can't fucking.
Everyone's
say
free
this.
speech until they don't like it. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck you. Speaking of which, this is nuts. This can't be real.
Now we're getting our 15 minutes of politics timer.
I think Department
The Hunger Games.
the Hunger Games of immigrants. This is like a SNL sketch that got pitched and didn't pass. Now it's a fucking TV show. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, is considering taking part in a TV show that would have immigrants go through a series of challenges to get American citizenship. Officials said on Friday.
Yeah, Christy Nome's trying to do it. Christy Nome is probably the most. Actually, the most is a strong term because who knows? But she is a straight up sociopath.
Evil bitch.
But she has like dead eyes, kills dogs and shit. She's always like doing costume changes and posing in front of like detention centers and shit. It's the most bizarre government official. Like, I don't know if like not that Trump supporters think at all anymore, but like your tax dollars going to this shit is crazy. Our tax dollars.
They don't pay taxes. These fucking.
She's spending $50 million on a new jet. Like, what the fuck kind of, like, what is this?
It's a grift, bro. More
good grift.
No more.
It worked.
No more parks.
It worked.
No more parks.
It's a really effective grift that all these nerds at the New York Times can try to tease out. But
No more
What's the
parks. They gut the parks. You know what I mean? So
got
that they can buy jets.
Medicaid, putting people on the street.
Cash Patel's out there going to like, VIP seats at hockey games and football games, all that shit. But guess what? You and I can't go see some trees. Fuck this guy. Fuck this entire. Man. If this happens, I hope like some undercover like athletes that are also immigrants go and then end up just beating the shit out of the officials. That would be sick.
It's going to be like sad, broken down people.
I hope no one watches it, but everyone's going to watch it.
I mean, I'm not going to watch it, but people are going to probably.
Diddy's associates are seeking a pardon. Yeah, right.
He
bro.
might get it. He might get it. Look, these boys. Trump was at some of these freak offs.
The trial started this week.
I was probably at a freak off that last photo.
Have you been following the trial? It started
Trump's
this
been
week.
at all of these crazy Epstein shit, Diddy shit. He's been at all of these crazy events. There's no way like they don't have dirt on him.
What is this?
They renovated and reopened the Kith store.
Which one? Oh, the one in...
The original one.
Yeah.
Where's the original one?
I think
Lafayette
it's
and
in
Prince, I think.
No, they moved it to Broadway.
Prince. They moved it. They have 2 stores now. Or maybe, I don't care about this. This is like if you're, all these stores have 16-year-old kids from the Midwest outside of them that are like yelling at their moms to buy like $100 t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anyway.
I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Robot sets record for what?
For solving the Rubik's Cube in like 0.103 seconds.
And we're just flying around. We didn't even talk about Trump getting a jet that Qatar didn't want. Just taking bribes out in Front Street.
Yeah, $400 million bribe.
It was a shitty bribe too.
No, you don't want a plane?
Apparently the plane is a piece of shit, and Qatar's been trying to get rid of it for years, and then they couldn't. And then the fucking president of America's like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Well, that's how bad Air Force One is. Why did he get arrested? Chris Brown.
Allegedly, he got in a
grievous bodily harm. Good, man. Fuck Chris Brown. That's the wildest shit. People love this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a full-on career after beating the shit out of Rihanna.
I mean, he still does. His like last tour, even last year, I think it was going crazy. People were going crazy over it. People were
his
paying
music's
extra.
not that good.
The man can perform.
Yeah, the man
Not
can
really.
entertain. He can dance, bro. I'll give him that. He can dance.
Yeah, I mean, he can dance and sing, but not to the point where he can get away with beating up like
Clearly
another very higher profile celebrity
Clearly
female.
he can, dude.
2 decades.
And like, Justin Timberlake can sing and dance, and he got one Dewey, and that's it. It's over for your boy.
He'll come back.
No,
I don't know. JT's done, I think.
No, he's back. He's just maybe his music's not good anymore.
Well, Chris Brown's music hasn't. Can you name one reason?
It's not
Chris
for
Brown's
us though.
The only one I really know is Freaky Friday that he did with what's his face?
I don't even know what that is.
I feel like we've lost the plot here. I'm glad we're not talking about politics because it's just too much. Like Trump's getting an airplane.
It's a shitty airplane he got for no reason.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? We're talking about this. We're just preaching to our own choir here in terms of we all know it's a grift. This is a grift. The Trump, it's just, and it bugs me that we're trying to make sense of people that voted for him being okay with this, but they're just okay with winning, and they think that this happening is winning. And I've stopped reading YouTube comments and Facebook messages and all that kind of stuff, so I don't know what the streets are saying in terms of.
That's mostly bots too. Anyway, those people just like those right wing bots that'll just say like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Here's the thing. This I had thought the other day. They're trying to kick immigrants out and all that kind of stuff. When all those immigrants get kicked out and all the people that you want to have leave, American citizens are going to be here still. You're still competing with Indian American citizens. They're still going to be smarter than you.
Or like immigrant citizens.
Yeah, they're still going to be competing with them, and they're still going to be smarter than you.
Yeah, but the thing is that they're trying to get rid of knowledge work and bring back factories and mining work. Like they want most people to work in like lower labor class jobs. Like they don't. Like there's gonna be very few knowledge work, and like with AI too. Like it's gonna be less knowledge work. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take the middle out, bring factories back, and have people want to work in these fucking salt mines again and all this crazy shit. Yeah, just trying to regress society. And people are voting for it because people in West Virginia and shit, they want to work in these coal mines. They want to work in these factories. They want to make iPhones. They don't really know what that means for their real life. Right? They don't know that means like 80, 100 hours in a fucking factory. What people doing in China and India and shit is terrible.
What's the escape plan? I'm just trying to.
There is no escape plan. You can't go anywhere. Canada, they'll have knowledge work and comedy.
What's that?
Canada will have knowledge work and comedy.
Apparently, entertainment doesn't pay shit in Canada. So
Really?
yeah, no,
Everything is consumed from America. Like, why would it?
yeah, that's why they come here. All the like
Ryan Reynolds,
the
Jim Carrey,
the guild,
Mike Myers.
the Writers Guild, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have sway in Canada, so All that shit comes here.
So you don't need an escape plan. You'll be good here as an entertainer. Me and maybe Sarthik, you'll be fine too in entertainment. I got to figure out an escape plan.
No, it's yeah. But do you want to be in a place like this? I don't know.
Who? What, in America?
Yeah.
Where else am I going to go? Europe is trash.
London.
No,
Singapore?
I don't fuck with Europe. I don't like it.
Singapore.
Too poor for Singapore. Also, it's a police state, and there's no free speech in Singapore.
Right.
So
you can't even chew gum, bro.
yeah, I'll fucking last like 30 minutes into a work conversation before I get fucking hung or caned or whatever.
Stoned.
Nah, do they stone you? I don't know.
Just saying. Wild shit.
There's nowhere to go. You can't go to Australia. They're mad racist over there. It's just the people in Europe minorities put up with the racism because they have like the universal healthcare adds 12 years to your life expectancy. So like you get 12 more years with your loved ones and
who
shit.
Who wants to live that much longer? It's not 12 years is a long time to be 80, bro.
I don't know, when you have kids, man, grandkids.
They want me dead by 30.
All right, well, I want to be with my kids, so that's the trade-off you make. And it's a rough trade-off. I don't know. It's a hard thing. Where do you go? There's nowhere to go. You just got to try to make America better, but we're failing at that big time.
Yeah, everyone's whipped, dude.
I think we'll be fine in New York, maybe.
We'll see.
The Knicks might win, burn the city down.
Yeah,
after that.
Start all over.
Fucking
beat the shit out of some corrupt politicians and see what happens.
Speaking of which, where are we at with the mayor? Is he going to come on?
What's his name? Zohair? I thought you said Amir. I was like,
Zoran?
Zoran.
Aren't you his friend?
No.
No.
Oh.
He's just a fan of mine, and
I'll bring him on. I want to talk. I
politics.
have questions about, as a New York City resident, what?
Well, his campaign communications person never got back to me, and I'm just assuming they're just like, we're too busy to go on your dinky little podcast. I'm like, all right, that's fine. But also, I think they're aware that it would be a neutral. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be a friendly.
It might be friendly.
I would be friendly.
I'd be friendly. I have questions. I'm like,
yeah.
Is it being a mayor of?
It's also like, can the mayoral candidate go to an apartment?
He's not the fucking Queen of England. He could go to an apartment. Eric Adams did his campaign shit from his son's apartment in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like, I guess
he's gonna put on airs for fucking a mayoral candidate.
He doesn't have like security and all that kind of stuff.
Just do it at a halal cart.
Yeah,
that would be sick. Actually, do a podcast with him outside. That could work.
Yeah,
we could do like a live one. Just do it like the New York Comedy Club. And be like, yo, just come here, neutral ground, live audience.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking. I mean, what is this? What is this team worried about? I'm like,
I don't know. I don't know if they're worried. They just haven't responded.
I don't know how legit the New York mayoral office and candidacy even is.
Of his?
Any, not his. Any. Like, is New York just so corrupt? All the political machine this year, because you got the unions and the cops.
Cuomo is running against him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he's like, Cuomo's got his dad's information. Like, he knows how all the corruption works, and he knows how to use it to his advantage, right? Whereas like a young upstart Indian guy,
but the people are behind Zoran.
Are they?
Who knows? Eric Adams was a shock to me because his campaign was a disaster. He didn't even live in New York; he lived in New Jersey. He was a cop with he was like a rent-a-cop for a while, like in like an administration for the NYPD. Mm-hmm. And then he did his campaign from his son's apartment and on Zoom. And then he got caught for all this shit and he still got elected.
Yeah, but then I've heard, I mean, I don't know, this is part
he has less followers than I do.
He's not very liked man.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I feel like we should. The primary election is June 24th. Go out and vote for Zoran. I'm only saying that because I don't know the other candidates and they're probably all trash.
What's the Cuomo and him and who the fuck knows? I don't know.
I mean, Eric Adams is running again, isn't he?
He can't win.
He might.
I feel like that's well, maybe we could switch to Patreon real quick. Thank you for listening. If this is your first time, like and subscribe to this podcast. We could use all the help. This is Gucci Turban. I'm Nimesh. That's Turbanator himself, Asif. Deuces.